The old stone hall felt cold, always cold. Anna pressed her back against the wall and watched her sister dance. Clara spun in circles. Her golden hair caught the light. Her laugh filled the room like music. Everyone smiled when they looked at Clara. But when they looked at Anna, their faces changed. Anna's left leg dragged when she walked. It had been that way since birth. Her mother called it God's mark of shame. The servants whispered that Anna was broken. "Stand straight," her mother hissed. "Stop limping like that." But Anna couldn't stop. She never could. Dinning portafo tiner brekiftal. Tiner brekiftal tauapadaisen tind, not to kimshurat, tiner brekiftal tauapadaisen tide apadaisen tide brekiftal. Clara curtsied to their guests. Perfect form, perfect smile. The men bowed low. The women nodded with approval. "Clara will make a fine wife," they said. "So beautiful, so graceful." Anna pulled her shawl tighter. She tried to make herself smaller, invisible. Her mother's voice cut through the chatter. "Anna, go to your room. Practice your sewing. Always sewing, always hidden, always alone." Sometimes, that night, Anna sat by her window. She watched the stars and dreamed. In her dreams, she danced too. In her dreams, someone loved her. Someone saw past the limp, past the shame. But dreams were just dreams. Time, resportium whit was howd, knock and dishov, bespoilma kunde be snab live, knock and be sant of lower talkit, not time wobel corded scrapist fits the mordet fits and yoshna behouse. Nick time and power muswiddle on the bets the nick did conduact to you per time, needed to in. The next morning changed everything. A letter arrived with a red wax seal. Her mother read it twice. Her face went pale, then angry, then calculating. "Anna," her mother said. Her voice was strange, too sweet. "Come here." Anna limped over. Her heart raced. Her mother only used that voice when something bad was coming. "You're getting married," her mother announced. The words hit Anna like a slap. Married. But who would want to marry me? Her mother's smile was cold. "Lord Daniel, he needs a wife. We need his money." She paused. It was meant to be Clara, but things changed. Anna's world spun. "What do you mean?" "Clara is too good for him. You're perfect for this arrangement." The truth hung in the air like poison. This wasn't a gift. This wasn't love. This was disposal. They were throwing Anna away to a man they thought wasn't good enough for Clara. Pult! Anna ran to her room. She threw herself on her bed and cried. Hot tears soaked her pillow. Her chest hurt. Her heart felt crushed. She was 19 years old. She had never been kissed, never been courted, never been wanted. And now she was being sold to a stranger. "Maybe he'll be kind," she whispered to her pillow. But even she didn't believe it. Men weren't kind to broken things. Across the valley, Daniel sat in his study. The letter lay open on his desk. He read it again. "Change of plans," it said. "You'll marry the other daughter, Anna, instead of Clara." Most men would be angry. Most men would demand Clara, the beautiful one, the perfect one. But Daniel felt relief. Thun to bingtao, blikent to ditastic tumped of row in your pintroxum. He walked to his window. His left leg ached. It always did when rain was coming. The war had left him with scars, outside scars on his leg, inside scars on his heart. He was 32 years old. He had been a soldier. He had killed men. He had watched friends die. He had come home broken in ways that didn't show. People called him a hero, but Daniel knew the truth. He was just a man who had survived when better men hadn't. Tiwa. The marriage had been arranged by his father before Daniel returned from war. "You need a wife," his father had said. "The family needs heirs." Daniel hadn't argued. He had no heart left for love anyway. A marriage of duty seemed safer. When they first suggested Clara, he had agreed. She was beautiful, well-trained, perfect for a lord's wife. But something had always felt wrong. Most odd. Then, 6 months ago, he had met Anna by chance. He was riding through the village market. His horse had thrown a shoe. While the blacksmith worked, Daniel walked through the stalls. A young woman was giving water to beggars. She moved with a limp, but her face was kind, gentle, real. When she saw Daniel, she offered him water too, not because he was a lord, just because he looked thirsty. "Thank you," he had said. She smiled. It was the most honest smile he had seen since coming home from war. He never forgot that smile. He never forgot her eyes. He never asked her name, but he dreamed of her. Every night he dreamed of the girl with kind eyes and a gentle heart. Kinost. Now he knew. That girl was Anna. The girl they thought wasn't good enough for him was the only girl he had thought about for months. Daniel folded the letter. He felt something he hadn't felt in years. Hope. The carriage wheels crunched on gravel. Anna's hands shook in her lap. Through the small window, she could see the manor house, big, grey stone, tall windows, like watching eyes. "Stop shaking," her mother snapped. "Act like you have some dignity." But Anna couldn't stop. She was about to meet her husband, a stranger who had wanted Clara but got Anna instead. What would he think when he saw her limp?
Pa. What?
The carriage stopped. The door opened. Anna's mother climbed out first, smoothing her skirts. Anna took a deep breath. She stepped down carefully, favoring her good leg. The gravel was uneven. She stumbled. "Steady there." A deep voice, a strong hand caught her arm. Anna looked up and froze. It was him, the man from the market, the one she had given water to. But that was impossible. That man had been kind, gentle. This was Lord Daniel, her arranged husband. They couldn't be the same person. Could they? Passing a sin called Vanab, the Wattus Pulchant of wide edge of the time, not at Thithicod, no, to this to meet our dine next Santi Passani, to Puffin Pulton instant to the Taddy Pistimi Tictor. "Lady Anna," he said. He bowed low, respectful. "Welcome to your new home." His eyes were exactly as she remembered. Dark brown, warm. When he looked at her, he didn't flinch at her limp. He didn't look disappointed. He looked pleased. "My lord," Anna whispered. She tried to curtsy. Her weak leg wobbled. She felt her cheeks burn with shame. But Daniel just smiled. "Please call me Daniel. We're to be family now." Family. The word sounded strange. Anna's family had never made her feel wanted. "Torfpio." Her mother pushed forward. "Lord Daniel, I trust Anna won't be too much trouble. She's quiet, obedient." Anna wanted to disappear. Her mother made her sound like a trained dog. But Daniel's expression didn't change. "I'm sure Lady Anna and I will get along perfectly." He offered Anna his arm. "Shall we go inside? You must be tired from your journey." Anna hesitated. Then she placed her hand on his sleeve. He was solid, steady. When she limped beside him, he slowed his pace to match hers. No one had ever done that before. On round onfuptor, Greenball dork en cabined powest po, Gismor lashidand po. Inside, the manor was warm. Fires burned in every hearth. Sunlight streamed through clean windows. It felt welcoming. "Mrs. Brown will show you to your rooms," Daniel said. "We'll dine together this evening, just the two of us." Anna's mother opened her mouth to object. Proper ladies didn't dine alone with men, but Daniel's look stopped her. "I'd like that," Anna said quietly. Her own boldness surprised her. Daniel smiled again, that same honest smile from the market. "Until tonight, then." As Anna followed the housekeeper upstairs, she felt something strange. For the first time in her life, she wasn't afraid. Morning light spilled through Anna's window. She had slept better than she had in months. The bed was soft, the room was warm, and no one had told her she was shameful or broken. She dressed carefully, her nicest dress, her hair pinned back neat. She wanted to make a good impression. Downstairs, she found Daniel in the kitchen. He was making tea. "Good morning," he said. "I hope you slept well." Anna nodded. "Very well, thank you." She paused. "You make your own tea?" Daniel chuckled. "Old habit from the war. Soldiers learn to cook for themselves." He poured her a cup. The tea was strong and hot. Perfect. "Tonight or head staving alpet nodit week in one or why von cods or rehearndi nidro the op." "Would you like to see the house?" Daniel asked. "Learn your way around?" They walked through room after room, the library with thousands of books, the music room with a grand piano, the conservatory filled with plants and light. Anna tried not to limp too obviously, but the house was big. Her leg began to ache. Daniel noticed. He always noticed. "Let's rest here," he said, gesturing to a bench in the garden. "The roses are blooming." They sat in comfortable silence. Anna breathed in the sweet air. She felt peaceful. "It's beautiful," she said. "It needs work," Daniel replied. "The gardens are overgrown. The house needs a woman's touch." Anna looked at him sharply. Was he criticizing her already? But his expression was kind. "I was hoping you might help, if you'd like to." Help, not orders, not commands, an invitation. "I'd like that very much," Anna said. Night. Kendring Tolb, Untiden kun nofsing holy fets, aftermode. The next few days fell into a gentle rhythm. Anna explored the house. She met the servants. She learned about the village and the tenants. Daniel showed her the stables. The horses were gentle giants. Anna was nervous at first, but Daniel taught her how to brush their coats and feed them apples. "You're a natural," he said when she managed to saddle a mare by herself. Anna glowed with pride. No one had ever called her natural at anything. Detour. In the evenings they dined together, simple meals, easy conversation. Daniel told her about his travels, his years in the army, the places he had seen. Anna shared stories about her books, her love of poetry, her dreams of seeing the ocean someday. "We could go," Daniel said one evening, "to the coast when the roads are better." Anna's heart jumped. "Really? You'd take me?" "Of course. We're married now. We should see the world together." Married, Anna kept forgetting. This strange, kind man was her husband. It didn't feel real yet, but it felt possible. Daimyo, one talking fork. Wundkind i meidebriste fanged, the whole night, pomode hold the power of wanot. One morning, Anna decided to try cooking breakfast. She had watched the cook back home. How hard could it be? Very hard, as it turned out. She burned the eggs. The bread was black on one side, raw on the other. Smoke filled the kitchen. Anna stood in the middle of the chaos and wanted to cry. She couldn't even make a simple meal. What kind of wife was she? "Need help?" Daniel appeared in the doorway. He took in the scene without judgment. "I wanted to surprise you," Anna said miserably. "I ruined everything." Daniel rolled up his sleeves. "Come on, let's try together." Side by side, they made fresh eggs, toast that was golden brown, tea that didn't taste like water. When they sat down to eat, Anna realized something wonderful. For the first time in her life, making a mistake hadn't meant shame or punishment. It had meant partnership. Anna discovered something surprising about herself. She had a gift for healing. It started small. Mrs. Brown cut her hand on a broken dish. Anna cleaned the wound and wrapped it with a clean cloth. The next day, it was healing perfectly. "You have gentle hands," Mrs. Brown said, a healer's touch. Anna felt a spark of something new. Pride, purpose. "Könspast. Lock to wine to west trati to nickel. Köndi molkaft basai." She began reading Daniel's medical books, learning about herbs and remedies. The village doctor was old and often too busy to see everyone who needed help. "May I try making some medicines?" Anna asked Daniel. "For small things, cuts and bruises, headaches." "Of course," Daniel said. "The still room is yours to use." The still room became Anna's sanctuary. She dried herbs by the window, mixed salves and tinctures, learned which plants could heal and which could harm. Her first real patient was young Tom from the village. He had burned his arm helping his father in the forge. Anna cleaned the burn gently, applied a cooling salve made from aloe and honey, wrapped it in soft cloth. "Come back in 3 days," she told him. "Let me see how it heals." Tasked. 3 days later, Tom returned. The burn was healing beautifully. No infection, no scarring. "My lady," Tom said, "you're a miracle worker." Anna felt 10 feet tall. Word spread quickly through the village. The new lady had healing hands. She was kind. She didn't charge for her help. People began coming to the manor. Mothers with sick children, farmers with injured hands, elderly women with aching joints. Anna helped them all. "Tampi, what?" "You're amazing," Daniel said one evening. They were in her still room. Anna was grinding dried lavender for sleep sachets. "I'm just helping," Anna said, but she was glowing with happiness. "No," Daniel said seriously. "You're healing people. You're making their lives better. That's a rare gift." Anna looked at her hands. These same hands her mother had called clumsy, useless. But here they were instruments of healing, tools of comfort. "I never knew I could do anything worthwhile," Anna admitted. Daniel stepped closer. "Anna, you are worth everything." The way he said it made Anna's heart race. There was something in his voice, something in his eyes, something that looked like love.
Sharper.
But that was impossible, wasn't it? Men like Daniel didn't love women like Anna. This was a marriage of convenience, nothing more. Still, when Anna went to bed that night, she touched her lips, wondering what it would feel like if Daniel kissed her, wondering if she was brave enough to hope for more than friendship. The evening was quiet. Rain tapped against the windows. Anna and Daniel sat by the fire in his study. She was reading. He was going through account books. The silence was comfortable, peaceful. Then Daniel set down his pen and rubbed his leg. Anna had noticed he did that when the weather changed, when old pain flared up. "Does it hurt much?" she asked gently. Daniel looked up, surprised. "What?" "Your leg, from the war." For a moment, Daniel didn't answer. Then he nodded slowly. "Sometimes, especially when it rains." Anna closed her book. "Tell me what happened." "Almerens." Daniel was quiet for a long time. Anna thought he wouldn't answer. People didn't talk about the war. It was too painful, too dark. But then he began to speak. "We were retreating," he said quietly. "The battle was lost. I was helping wounded men to safety." He stared into the fire. A cannonball exploded near us, shattered my leg, killed 3 good men. Anna's heart ached for him. "I'm sorry. I lived. They didn't. Sometimes I wonder why." Anna moved to sit beside him on the sofa, close enough to touch. "Maybe because you were meant to come home, meant to help people here, meant to be here." With me, she didn't say, but the words hung in the air. Daniel looked at her then, really looked. "Anna, can I tell you something?" She nodded. "I met you before, 6 months ago, in the village market." Anna's breath caught. "I remember, you seemed so sad." "I was. I felt dead inside, lost. Then you gave me water. You smiled at me, not because I was a lord, just because I was thirsty." Daniel's voice grew soft. "That night, I went home and felt something I hadn't felt in years, hope." Anna's heart pounded. "Daniel, Every night since then, I've dreamed of you, the girl with kind eyes, the girl who saw a broken soldier and offered comfort. And tongue. Anna couldn't breathe, but you were supposed to marry Clara. I agreed to marry Clara because I thought I'd never see you again. I thought you were just a dream. Daniel reached for her hand. When your mother wrote that the arrangement had changed, Anna, I've never been so grateful for anything in my life. Tears filled Anna's eyes. You really dreamed of me. Every single night. Anna had dreamed of him too, the kind stranger who had looked at her like she mattered. I thought I imagined how gentle you were, she whispered. Daniel lifted his hand to her face, touched her cheek softly. You didn't imagine anything. Holy hell. Not what you should bank toppets. Not everything set Pete path, bond back and in your pathing and stuttle, bow nosen kin petiskank. They were so close now. Anna could feel his breath on her skin, see the flecks of gold in his brown eyes. Anna, he said quietly, may I kiss you? No one had ever asked her permission before. No one had ever treated her like something precious. Yes, she breathed. His lips touched hers, soft, gentle, perfect. Anna's first kiss tasted like tea and hope and coming home. When they broke apart, Anna was crying. Happy tears, she assured him quickly. I never dreamed someone could want me. Daniel pulled her close. I more than want you, Anna. I love you. The words hit her like sunshine after rain. I love you too, she whispered against his chest. Outside, the storm raged on, but inside, by the fire, Anna felt completely safe, completely loved, completely whole. 3 weeks of happiness, 3 weeks of growing love, 3 weeks of Anna finally believing she deserved good things. Then the letter came. Nein, Madam pardoned, Matabalion tag to porade, not a belition dwells of one, with not to powered used to believe. Anna found it on Daniel's desk while she was dusting his study. The seal was broken, the handwriting was familiar. Clara's handwriting. Anna knew she shouldn't read it, but her name was mentioned in the first line. Her hands shook as she unfolded the paper. Dearest Daniel, it began, I hope you are not too disappointed with the substitute bride you received. Poor Anna has always been the broken one. Mother thought you might not mind given your own condition. Anna's blood turned to ice. The letter continued. Of course, you and I both know this arrangement should have been different. I am the one you truly wanted. When this marriage fails, as we both know it will, I will still be available. Anna won't be able to satisfy a man like you for long. Word. Anna dropped the letter like it was on fire. Her chest felt crushed. Her breathing came in short gasps. It was all a lie. Everything, Daniel's kindness, his gentle words, his kiss. He had wanted Clara all along. Anna was just the consolation prize. She ran to her room and threw herself on the bed. Sobs tore from her throat. How could she have been so stupid, so naive? Of course, Daniel didn't really love her. Men like him didn't love broken things. He was just being kind because he was stuck with her. Silence is not the absence of words. It's the presence of wisdom in knowing when not to speak. When Daniel came home that evening, he found Anna in the garden. She was sitting on their bench, staring at nothing. Anna, what's wrong? She couldn't look at him. I saw the letter. Daniel went very still. What letter? From Clara. About how you really wanted her. About how I'm just the substitute. Anna finally looked up. Her eyes were red from crying. Is it true? Did you want to marry her instead of me? The fa. Daniel sat down heavily. He ran his hands through his hair. Anna, it's complicated. No, it's not. Did you want Clara or not? Daniel was quiet for a long time. Too long. At first, yes. The arrangement was made for me to marry Clara. I agreed to it. Anna felt her heart shatter completely. I see. But Anna, listen to me. No, Anna stood up. Her voice was stronger than she felt. I understand now. You settled for me because you had no choice. All those sweet words, they were just you making the best of a bad situation. That's not true. It is true, Anna's voice cracked. I'm the broken daughter, the one nobody wants. I should have known better than to believe someone could actually love me. Todrind, tabil forekon widrien. Hundet todrit talaplind yebrikundet tropik. She turned to go back to the house. Daniel caught her hand. Anna, please, let me explain. Anna pulled away. There's nothing to explain. Clara was right. This marriage will fail because it was built on lies. She walked away, leaving Daniel sitting alone in the garden. That night, Anna cried herself to sleep. Her dreams were full of Clara's mocking laughter, her mother's cold voice saying, broken, shameful, worthless. Maybe they had been right all along. Maybe Anna was foolish to think she deserved love. For 3 days, Anna avoided Daniel. She took her meals in her room, spent her time in the village, helping sick people, kept busy so she wouldn't have to think. But she couldn't avoid him forever. The confrontation came on a Thursday morning. Anna was in her still room, mixing medicine for little Emma's cough. She heard voices in the main hall. Female voices, familiar ones. Clara and Mother. Narid disar, then our palma, wustaming you can give. Not our palnas to port. Anna's hands froze on her mortar and pestle. What were they doing here? She crept to the doorway and listened. Daniel, darling, Clara's sugar-sweet voice carried clearly. I've come to rescue you from this unfortunate situation. Lady Clara, Daniel's voice was cold. You're not welcome here. Oh, but I am. You see, I've realized my mistake. I should never have let them give you Anna instead of me. Anna's mother chimed in. We're prepared to correct this error. Anna can come home. You and Clara can have the marriage you both truly want. Spiritual. Anna's chest burned with shame and rage. They were discussing her like she was a broken piece of furniture to be returned. She started to slink away, to hide in her room like she always did when people hurt her. Then she stopped. No, she was done hiding, done letting them treat her like garbage. Anna straightened her spine, smoothed her skirts, and walked into the main hall with her head held high. Dauf, is money side? Anna, Clara exclaimed with fake joy. There you are, we've come to take you home. This is my home, Anna said clearly. Her mother scoffed. Don't be ridiculous. Look at you playing with herbs like a common servant. Daniel deserves a real wife. Anna is my wife, Daniel said firmly. But Anna held up her hand to stop him. I can speak for myself. She looked directly at Clara, at her mother, at all the people who had spent years telling her she was worthless. You're right, Anna said calmly. I'm not perfect like Clara. I have a limp. I'm not the beauty of the family. Clara smiled smugly. But, Anna continued, I heal people. I make medicines that save lives. I run this household. I make Daniel happy. Her voice grew stronger, and most importantly, I know what love really is. It's not about perfect faces or perfect bodies. It's about perfect hearts. Anna stepped closer to Clara. You want to know why Daniel chose me? Because when he needed kindness, I gave it. When he was hurting, I helped heal him. When he was lonely, I became his friend. She paused. What did you ever give him except your pretty face? Clara's mouth fell open. She wasn't used to Anna fighting back. You have no right, her mother began. I have every right, Anna cut her off. This is my house, my marriage, my life. She looked at Daniel then, her husband, the man she loved despite everything. And if my husband wants me to leave, he can tell me himself. Timok, Median sebisen presentable to be at Mistun to choose. Daniel stepped forward. His eyes were intense, determined. Anna is not going anywhere, he said clearly. She is my wife, my choice, my heart. He looked at Clara with disgust. I never wanted you, Clara. I agreed to marry you out of duty, but I dreamed of Anna. I loved Anna. I chose Anna. Clara's beautiful face twisted with rage. You're making a mistake. My only mistake, Daniel said, was not telling Anna the complete truth from the beginning. He took Anna's hands in his. Yes, I was supposed to marry Clara. Yes, I agreed to it. But Anna, the moment I saw you in that market, you became the only woman I could ever want. Anna felt tears prick her eyes, but this time they were tears of joy. The arrangement changed, Daniel continued, and I was grateful, because it meant I could marry the woman I loved, instead of the woman I was supposed to marry. He cupped Anna's face gently. You are not second choice. You are not a substitute. You are my first choice, my only choice, my heart's choice. Clara made a sound of fury. This is ridiculous. Anna, you're being selfish. Come home where you belong. Anna looked at her sister, her mother, these people who had spent 19 years making her feel small and broken. No, Anna said simply. I belong here, with my husband, in my home, living my life. She smiled then, a real smile, a confident smile, and you need to leave. Clara's face went red. You'll regret this, Anna. When he gets tired of your condition, remember that I tried to help you. The only thing I regret, Anna said calmly, is letting you make me feel worthless for so many years. She walked to the front door and opened it wide. Goodbye, Clara. Goodbye, Mother. For the first time in her life, Anna had stood up for herself. And it felt amazing. After Clara and her mother left, Anna and Daniel stood in their front hall. The silence stretched between them. Anna, Daniel said quietly, I'm sorry, I should have told you everything from the beginning. Anna looked at him, really looked. She saw the worry in his eyes, the fear that he had lost her trust. You're right, she said, you should have. Daniel's face fell. But Anna continued, I understand why you didn't. The truth is complicated, messy. She stepped closer to him. What matters is that you chose me. Every day since our wedding, you've chosen me. The bead. Daniel's relief was visible. Anna, you are the strongest, bravest, most wonderful woman I've ever known. I'm not brave, Anna protested. I hid in my room for 3 days instead of talking to you. You just faced down your sister and mother. You stood up for yourself, for us. Daniel smiled. That was incredibly brave. Anna thought about it. Maybe he was right. Maybe she was braver than she thought. I love you, she said simply, complicated truth and all. I love you too, Daniel replied, perfect heart and all. They kissed then, right there in the front hall, a kiss that tasted like forgiveness and new beginnings. Natomfist, the Paisamite Penimtus Taunted Vayed Doritstodho. That evening, the village doctor came to see Anna. His face was serious. My lady, he said, I need to ask a favor. Of course, what do you need? I'm getting old, my hands shake, my eyes are weak. He paused. The village needs a new healer, someone young and skilled. Anna's heart jumped. What are you saying? I want to train you properly, officially. You have natural talent, but you could learn so much more. Anna looked at Daniel. He was smiling proudly. The village council has agreed. The doctor continued. You would be the official healer for 3 villages. People would come from miles around for your help. Lies. Dunt popinsiv, Bill Ukardem todded, nectus ford said doi bestand of lutjung, de peast wizen truded pilmin chud, de tomstonid tridden a bia, the kantron nutit chudid goffard hobi Ukard in not to war. Anna could barely breathe. Me? But I only know basic herbs. You know how to heal hearts as well as bodies, the doctor said kindly. That's the most important skill of all. Anna felt tears of joy rolling down her cheeks. 6 months ago, she was the broken daughter no one wanted. Now she was being offered a chance to heal and help people professionally. Yes, she said firmly, I would be honored. Daniel squeezed her hand. I'm so proud of you. Word of Anna's appointment spread quickly. People came from neighboring villages to congratulate her, to thank her for the help she had already given. Lady Anna saved my son's life, said Mrs. Patterson from the next village over. He had a terrible fever. Her medicine brought it down. She healed my mother's arthritis, added young John. Mother can use her hands again because of Lady Anna. Anna stood in her front garden, surrounded by grateful people. These weren't nobles or fancy ladies. These were farmers and shopkeepers and mothers, real people whose lives she had touched. She felt more valued than she ever had in her entire life. That night, Anna and Daniel walked through their garden hand in hand. The roses were blooming. The air was sweet and warm. Are you happy? Daniel asked. Anna thought about the question. 6 months ago, she would have said happiness was impossible for someone like her. Now she was married to a man who loved her. She had work that mattered, a home that welcomed her, a future full of purpose. I'm more than happy, Anna said. I'm free. Daniel stopped walking and pulled her into his arms. Free? Free from believing I'm not enough. Free from hiding who I am. Free to love and be loved. She kissed him softly. Free to be exactly who I was meant to be. 2 years later, Anna stood in the same garden where Daniel had first told her he loved her, but everything had changed. The garden was larger now, full of medicinal herbs and healing plants. Anna's workshop had been expanded. Patients came every day seeking help. She was known throughout the county as the healing lady. Mothers brought sick children. Soldiers came for treatment of old wounds. Even other doctors sought her advice. No. Mama, Mama. A small voice called from the house. Anna turned and smiled as 3-year-old Emma ran toward her. The little girl had been born the previous spring. She had Daniel's dark eyes and Anna's gentle spirit. And no limp at all. What is it, sweetheart? Anna asked, scooping up her daughter. Papa says dinner is ready. Anna laughed. Daniel had become an excellent cook over the years. He said it was only fair since Anna spent so much time healing people. Thosso. Inside, Daniel was setting the table. He moved with a slight limp still, but it had improved greatly. Anna's special exercises and medicines had helped more than any city doctor. How was your day? He asked, kissing Anna's cheek. Wonderful. I delivered Mrs. Johnson's baby, a healthy boy, and old Mr. Peters says his back pain is completely gone. Daniel smiled proudly. He always smiled when Anna talked about her work. The county physician wants to recommend you to the medical college in London, Daniel said, for an honorary recognition. Anna's eyes widened. A formal recognition from the medical college? For a woman with no official training? They say you've saved more lives than doctors with decades of experience. That evening, after Emma was asleep, Anna and Daniel sat by the fire. Anna was reading a medical journal. Daniel was writing letters. Do you ever wonder what would have happened? Anna asked suddenly. What do you mean? If Clara had married you instead, if things had gone as originally planned. Daniel set down his pen and looked at her seriously. Anna, I have never once wondered that, not for a single day. He moved to sit beside her on the sofa. Their sofa, in their home, with their daughter sleeping upstairs. Clara would have been a perfectly adequate wife for someone else, but she never could have been the perfect wife for me. Why not? Because she never would have given water to a thirsty stranger. She never would have learned healing to help others. She never would have stood up to her own family to protect our marriage. Daniel took Anna's hands in his. They were calloused now from her work, strong from mixing medicines and treating patients. "Clara is beautiful on the outside," Daniel said, "but you, my love, are beautiful all the way through." Anna leaned against Daniel's shoulder. Outside, snow was beginning to fall. Their first winter together. Anna had felt like an intruder in this house. Now she felt like she belonged everywhere Daniel was. "I got a letter today too," Anna said softly. "Oh, from Clara. She's engaged to a duke in London." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "How do you feel about that?" Anna considered. "Happy for her. I hope she finds contentment." And she meant it. The anger and hurt from Clara's cruel words had faded long ago. Anna's life was too full of love and purpose to waste time on old pain. "She wrote something else," Anna added. "She said she was sorry for the things she said about our marriage failing." Daniel chuckled. "Well, she was certainly wrong about that." Anna smiled and held up her left hand. Her wedding ring caught the firelight. "2 years and you haven't gotten tired of my condition yet." "Anna," Daniel said seriously, "your limp isn't a condition. It's just part of who you are, and I fell in love with all of who you are." He kissed her temple. "Besides, look at everything you've accomplished. You heal people. You save lives. You make our house a home. You gave me the most beautiful daughter in the world." Anna felt tears prick her eyes. Happy tears. She cried happy tears a lot these days. "What I'm trying to say is," Daniel continued, "you're not broken, my love. You never were. You're exactly perfect as you are. Not to speak fied." Later that night, Anna stood at her bedroom window. She could see the village below, warm lights glowing in windows, families gathered together. How many of those people had she helped over the past 2 years? How many fevers had she broken? How many wounds had she healed? How many lives had she touched? The girl who had once believed she was worthless now knew the truth. Everyone has value. Everyone has gifts. Everyone deserves love. Even broken things, even imperfect things, even things that don't look like everyone else. Daniel appeared behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "What are you thinking about?" he murmured against her hair. "Everything," Anna said softly. "How different my life is now, how happy I am." "Any regrets?" Anna thought about her old life, the cold stone halls, her mother's harsh words, the years of feeling invisible and unwanted. Then she thought about her current life, Daniel's love, Emma's laughter, the grateful faces of people she had helped heal. "Not a single one," Anna said firmly. She turned in Daniel's arms and kissed him. The same man who had wanted Clara but dreamed of Anna, who had seen past her limp to her heart, who had loved her when she couldn't love herself. "I love our life," Anna whispered against his lips. "I love you," Daniel replied. Outside, the snow continued to fall. But inside their warm home, Anna felt nothing but sunshine. She had started as the daughter nobody wanted. She had become the wife someone treasured. And most importantly, she had learned to treasure herself. "I